Okay, imagine this for a second. A ruler way up high in her castle, and she has this, well, this almost godlike vision.
Right.
She looks out a window, and with each one she looks through, her sight gets sharper, clearer, until, from the very last window, she can see everything.
Everything. Like nothing hidden.
Nothing. Above the earth, below the earth, doesn't matter. And then picture her challenging anyone at all to hide from her with the highest possible stakes imaginable.
Wow. Okay. That sounds like something straight out of an epic fantasy, doesn't it?
It really does. So today we're doing a deep dive into an ancient tale. It's a story not just about, an impossible challenge and some incredible cleverness.
But also surprising wisdom sort of woven right into it.
Exactly. Our sources today are these fascinating excerpts from the Sea-Hare, a tale of hiding and wisdom.
And our mission then?
Our mission is to really unpack the core parts of this story. What's it telling us about, say, the nature of absolute power, where help can come from when you least expect it, and what ingenuity really means when you're facing impossible odds.
Okay, let's set the scene. This all-seeing princess, she's got a castle, it stands tall, and there's this grand hall inside with 12 windows.
Right, 12 windows. And here's where her unique power really comes in. From window number 1, her sight is already better than anyone else's, but it ramps up.
It escalates.
Totally. With each window she moves to, her vision gets sharper, more precise, sees further. By the time she gets to that 12th window, well, she can see everything, absolutely everything.
Above and below the earth, you said. Nothing hidden at all.
Nothing at all. And this incredible power, well, it fuels her motivation, doesn't it?
Naturally. She's proud, fiercely determined to keep her rule, not submit to anyone.
So she issues this extreme challenge. She'll only marry the person who can hide so well that she absolutely cannot find them.
And the stakes, they're not small.
Oh, they're horrifyingly high. If you try, and she spots you, your head gets cut off, and put on a stake outside the castle.
Oof.
Yeah. And the story gives us this chilling detail. There are already 97 heads on stakes out there.
97. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a grim picture, a stark reminder of her power.
And her confidence. She genuinely believes she'll stay free forever.
That detail, the 97 stakes, it just immediately tells you how formidable she is. It's not just hard, it's basically a death sentence. It really sets the magnitude of the challenge.
And yet, people still try. Challengers arrive. 3 brothers, in this case, step up to test their luck.
Okay, 3 brothers. How do they fare?
Well, the eldest, probably full of confidence, decides to hide in a lime pit. Seems like a decent hiding spot, maybe?
You think so? Maybe underground?
Nope. She spots him almost instantly from the first window.
The first one, not even needing the superpowered one.
Not even. So he gets pulled out, his head joins the collection. Stake number 98. It tells you right away, conventional hiding, even cleverish hiding. It's useless.
Right. Her basic sight is already beyond normal.
And his brother doesn't do any better. The second brother, maybe thinking he's found a really secret spot, hides down in the castle cellar.
Deeper in the castle itself. Maybe
Yeah.
that's the trick.
Apparently not. Same story. Spotted from the first window. He becomes head number 99.
So these quick, brutal failures just hammer home her power and the futility of, hiding in a place.
Exactly. It highlights how absolute her sight is, even before she really ramps it up.
Yeah.
The challenge isn't just finding a good spot. It's escaping this impossible perception.
So, okay, 2 brothers down, 99 heads. Then the youngest brother steps up.
Yes, the youngest. He's described as beautiful, and he pleads with her really earnestly. And he asks for something different.
What does he ask for?
He asks for 1 day to think, just to consider his strategy. And he asks for 2 extra chances if she finds him. Only if he fails a 3rd time will he give up his life.
That's a pretty big concession from her, isn't it, given her record? Why do you think she agreed?
That's a great question. Maybe it was his beauty, like the story says, or his earnest plea. Or maybe she was just so utterly sure of herself she thought, fine, what difference does it make?
Like it was just delaying the inevitable in her mind.
Could be. The story says she agrees, but yeah, she makes it clear she thinks he'll fail anyway. But this sets up the whole core of the story, his 3 attempts. He gets a sliver of hope his brothers never had.
It does. So, okay, the youngest gets his day to think. The pressure must have been immense.
Imagine. He racks his brain, apparently comes up with nothing. So in despair, he grabs his rifle, heads out hunting. Maybe to clear his head.
A classic response to frustration, I guess. And this is where things start to change, right?
This is where the story takes that interesting turn. He sees a raven, takes aim. But just as he's about to shoot, the raven cries out, "Don't shoot, I'll repay you."
And he listens.
He lowers the rifle, spares it. Then he goes on and sees a big fish in a lake, one that's come up from the depths, same thing. Aims, the fish pleads, "Don't shoot, I'll repay you." He lets it swim away.
Okay, so first a raven, then a fish.
And finally, he spots a fox. And this one's limping. He actually shoots this time, but misses. The fox cries out, "Hey, come pull this thorn from my foot."
Does he do it?
He does. But then, hunter's instinct kicks in. He thinks about killing it for the pelt. But the fox pleads again, "Let me go, I'll repay you."
And he lets the fox go, too.
He does. He lets it go and heads home as evening falls. What's interesting here is he's not, actively looking for help, but these small acts of kindness.
Still like seeds being planted, sowing future assistance maybe. It's great foreshadowing of how unexpected help can appear.
It really is. It's almost like the universe is responding, even though he feels totally alone with this impossible problem.
Right. So the next day arrives, time for attempt number 1, and he's still stumped.
Completely. So he goes back to the forest, finds that raven he spared. "Hey," he says, "I let you live. Now tell me, where can I hide so the princess can't see me?"
And the raven has an idea.
The raven thinks hard, then caws, "I've got it." It finds an egg, splits it open, puts the young man inside, somehow seals it back up perfectly, and then sits on it in the nest.
Hiding inside an egg under the raven who laid it. That's creative.
You'd think. So the princess goes to her windows, first, second, all the way up. She can't find him. She actually starts to get a bit nervous, maybe a flicker of doubt.
What?
But then, from the 11th window, she spots him.
The 11th? Wow, so close.
So close. She orders the raven shot, the egg brought down, broken open, and out steps the youth. She tells him, "Okay, that's one try gone. If you don't do better next time, you're lost."
Man, that must have been crushing for him. And it really shows the power of her vision, doesn't it? Finding someone inside an egg, under a bird from 11 windows away? Astounding.
It tells us that just hiding physically, no matter how small or concealed, probably isn't going to be enough.
Right. So attempt number 2, where does he go?
He goes to the lake, finds the fish he spared. Same deal. "I let you live, now where should I hide?"
And the fish's plan.
The fish thinks, then says, "I've got it. I'll seal you inside my belly." And it swallows him whole, then dives down to the very bottom of the lake.
Okay, inside a fish at the bottom of a lake. That feels pretty secure. Surely that works.
You think. The princess goes through her windows again, even through the 11th. She doesn't see him. She's clearly stumped this time, maybe even a bit rattled.
A rare moment of uncertainty for her.
But then, she gets to the 12th window, her ultimate view, and she finds him.
No. Even at the bottom of the lake, inside a fish.
Even there. She orders the fish caught, killed, cut open, and there he is again. His despair must have been overwhelming.
I can only imagine.
And she tells him, "That's 2 tries. Your head is probably going on the 100th stake soon."
Ouch. But this attempt really proves it, doesn't it? The peak of her power? That 12th window sees everything. No conventional hiding, not the sky, not the depths. Works.
It totally shifts the question. If physical hiding is impossible, where can you hide? It's not about where anymore. It's about how.
Exactly. A different kind of thinking is needed.
So, for his last chance, heart heavy, he goes out to the field and finds the fox he helped. "You know all the hiding places," he pleads. "I let you live. Now tell me what to do. Where do I hide so she cannot find me?"
The fox must have the answer, right? 3rd time's the charm.
The fox looks thoughtful, calls it a difficult piece, which is a great little phrase, but then it exclaims, "I've got it."
Okay, here we go. What's the fox's master plan?
This is where the story gets truly brilliant, really ingenious. The fox leads the youth to a spring. It dives into the water and comes out transformed.
Transformed into what?
Into a market merchant, like a guy who deals in animals. Then the fox tells the youth, "Okay, your turn. Dive in."
And the youth transforms too.
Yes. Yeah. He dives in and comes out as a small sea-hare, a little sea rabbit, basically.
A sea-hare. Okay, so now we have a merchant and a sea-hare. What next?
The merchant, the fox in disguise, takes the sea-hare, the prince in disguise, to the city market and starts displaying this charming little creature. People gather around, curious. And eventually, the princess herself comes by.
Ah, the princess comes to the market.
She does, and she's totally delighted by this cute little sea-hare. Loves it, buys her a lot of money.
So she buys the prince, essentially, without knowing it.
Exactly. But just before the merchant hands over the sea-hare, he whispers a crucial, almost unbelievable instruction to it.
What does he say?
He says, "When the princess goes to the window to look for you, quickly crawl under her braid."
Under her her hair while she's looking out the window.
Precisely. So it's time. She goes to search for him, her final challenge. She goes to the windows, first, second, third, all the way up to the 11th. Nothing. She doesn't see him anywhere. The tension must be incredible.
You can feel it building. She's using all her power except the last window.
Right. Then she steps to the 12th window, her most powerful view, the one that sees everything. She looks and still doesn't see him.
She fails. She can't find him.
She can't find him. And she's filled with this immense fear and rage, this total disbelief that her power has failed her. She slams the 12th window shut with so much force that the glass in all 12 windows shatters into 1,000 pieces. The whole castle trembles. Her absolute power, her defining trait, has completely failed her.
Wow, what a moment. The power is broken, literally.
But then she walks back from the shattered window and she feels something. The Sea-Hare under her braid.
Ah, so she finds him, but only after she failed to see him.
Exactly. She grabs it, throws it on the ground, furious, yelling, "Get out of my sight!"
And the Sea-Hare.
It runs back to the merchant waiting outside. They both rush back to the spring, dive in, and return to their true forms, the youth and the fox.
Incredible. He did it.
He did. And the youth thanks the fox, saying something like, the raven and the fish are kind of stupid compared to you. You really know the right tricks.
It's such a brilliant twist, isn't it? The ultimate hiding place wasn't some remote location. It was literally on the seeker herself.
Right there. It exploits this blind spot, maybe a blind spot of perception, or maybe just being too focused on looking out at the world.
It suggests true ingenuity isn't about hiding better in the same old way, but about completely changing the game, shifting the strategy from where to hide to how you relate to the seeker.
A total paradigm shift. So the youth, successful at last, walks straight back into the castle. The princess is waiting. She accepts her fate.
It just challenges met.
The wedding happens. He becomes the king, master of the whole realm. But here's the really interesting part at the very end.
Oh, what's that?
He never tells her. He never reveals where he hid that third time, or crucially, who helped him.
He keeps the fox's trick a secret from his new wife, the queen.
Completely secret. And because he never tells her, she believes he figured it all out himself, that he beat her through his own sheer cleverness.
And how does that affect things?
Well, the story ends by saying she respected him deeply because she thought to herself, he can do more than you. His perceived self-reliance, his apparent superior ability, earns him her admiration.
So let's recap this journey then. The youngest prince starts in despair, gets help through kindness he showed earlier, and wins through this incredibly clever assisted strategy.
Yeah, it's a fantastic tale about cleverness, about unexpected alliances, about how help can come from showing compassion. It reminds you that sometimes the answer isn't where you think or what you think.
But it also leaves us with this really provocative final thought, doesn't it? The prince becomes king, earns his queen's respect, all based on a secret. He lets her believe he did it alone, making her think he can do more than you.
Right. So what does that tell us perhaps about the foundations of respect in a relationship? And maybe when is keeping a secret, even in something as close as a marriage, seen as, well, strategically useful?
That's definitely something for you, the listener, to ponder long after our deep dive ends.